on the ground, putting it down. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. I got something to tell you I don't think they want you to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's best-selling author Mickey D. The Scoop. I want to thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be on your electronic device. My friends, thank you very, very much. It's a beautiful day here. It's going to be 70 degrees today. Ooh, I know that hit some people the wrong way. 70 degrees? Where are you? The desert southwest in America, my friends. It's a beautiful day. Now, that's not all areas of America do we have weather like we have in the desert here today. But it's a beautiful day, my friends. Thank you for joining me. As you know, in the Scoop, we talk about your cannabis, your marijuana investments. This is for your education and your entertainment only. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a money manager. I'm not a financial advisor. Consult them for any of your financial decisions, my friends. I'm an author. I write books. My books can be found on Amazon.com. You can get the audiobook, paperback book, or the ebook. You can also go to your local library. You can ask a librarian to order the books for you, my friends. They will order them for you under Mickey D, D-E-E, or you can go to your local bookstore. And if they don't have them, they can order them for you. They'll be there in a day or two, my friends. It's that simple. But today, my friends, I want to talk to you, and if this is your first time joining us, go ahead and hit that red button there, right there, right there, and give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're out there, my friends. These shows that I do about stocks going to zero are becoming pretty popular because I give you the upper hand, my friends. I give you the heads up on those particular stocks that are going to zero, and I appreciate it. You know, T. Norman, you know, Scott, you guys out there, you know, you give me a lot of motivation to continue doing these shows because you guys, you know, you tell me I was going to back the truck up on this stock and it was $2-3 or something, and I tell you it's going to zero, and it just makes you think twice. That doesn't mean you're not going to back the truck up, or you're not going to buy in or something, or you're not going to your position is going to be smaller than you anticipated or anything, but I got a little track record in these stocks going to zero because, my friends, what we do is we do technical analysis. We look at the charts. We do the in-house, do fundamental analysis also. We look at the numbers with the company. We look at what you know. We listen to the conference calls. We see if they're going to be able to do what they say they're going to do. When management starts backtracking and they can't do what they say they're going to do, they didn't get the financing. This deal didn't work out. That deal didn't work out. Well, a lot of them, their whole company is really staked on one or two major events happening. And if they don't happen, then there's a possibility that stock can only hang on by selling shares to people like the public, what they would call the dumb money. And the dumb money out there continues to put money into these stocks when they're going to zero. And that's where the Scoop comes in. And I let you guys know, I try and let you know as early as possible when to get in, like we do with some of our stocks, like Innovative Industrial Properties, $17, $18 or so. It was good to go. We wrote it up to $140. A lot of money to be made. Even a stock that's going the opposite way right now. Aurora, we got it at 38 cents and rode it way up to over $10. So, my friends, I know there are a lot of new subscribers on, and I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. And this may be your first time listening to the Scoop, and that's kind of in a nutshell what we do. We talk about them and we get you in early. You do your research, you and your financial advisor, you find out if this is something you want to do. We just try and get in as early as possible. Now, back to the stocks going to zero. I have two additional stocks for you, my friends, that are going, that in my opinion, in our opinion at the Scoop, we believe that these stocks are going to zero, my friends. But first, let's review for a second. On November 13th, I came out and the last video we did on the Zero series gave you 5 stocks that were headed to zero. And let's take a look at it. Let's review for a second here. First stock, Incest Therapeutics. Now, that stock was about $3 or $4. Incest Therapeutics was about $3 or $4. And basically we said it was, it was going downhill. It was going to zero. Because the opioid thing, they were mainly opioids. And when they cut off the opioids and said they weren't going to do opioids anymore, that's their bread and butter. So we knew that stock was going to zero. So we put it out there. And what is it now? It's what, 4 cents or so USD. And it's also the CEO yesterday, founder, not CEO, founder was sentenced to 66 months in prison yesterday. So a lot of those guys will be, it was a stock that we knew once that big event happened and they weren't going to, and it was over. It was over for that company. That's what the company was built on, our friends. Opioids. It was a marijuana, it was coming over to a marijuana company, but it was an opioid company. That's how they were getting their money. So that without the opioids, they wouldn't have been able to do anything. So they're out of the box, my friends. Next company, Weed Inc. Buds, B-U-D-Z was the symbol. You guys remember the trip over to fact-finding over to Arizona after someone else in my family couldn't find, and speaking of Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, the Tucson Book Festival will be there on beautiful Tucson on the in March. I'll give you the exact date. Maybe we can hook up with some in Tucson, some of you in Tucson. Also, the Rincon High School. We'll be hooking up with Rincon High School. We'll be trying that, my friends, and we'll see how that goes. But Weed Inc., we couldn't find boots on the ground. We go and we find out what's going on in addition to doing our technical and fundamental analysis. Well, we couldn't really find out what was going on with the company. That was Weed Inc. And it was, at the time, it was like $12, $13. It was a really good stock. But it's now about 30 cents or so. So it was like maybe a paper company, I'm sure they have an office there and here or there. But bottom line is there was a lot of evasiveness we feel on their part. And it's gone from $13 to 30 cents. So I hope you weren't held up in that deal, my friends. Next stock we're talking about, the third stock we talked about of those five was T-Guide. And at one point in time, you guys know T-Guide was over like $7, almost $8. But T-Guide, it's about 54 cents now. T-Guide is fighting off the zero graveyard. T-Guide is fighting it off. And for some reason or another, I think T-Guide, because they did get a funding, and people are throwing money at T-Guide. They have been throwing money at T-Guide ever since it came out, my friends. T-Guide has had a lot of money thrown at them as the T-Guide to the South, what I call that, MedMen. That's a show for another day, but they'll be joining the party possibly soon. But T-Guide is one of those companies that is making the cuts. They're doing they're doing what they have to do to stay alive. That's what T-Guide is doing, my friends, right now. So that was the third company. The fourth company was Cannabis. You guys remember Cannabis? It was the talk of the industry there for a minute. It was about 6 or 7 months ago. I took a look at some of the you don't call it hate mail or anything like that because it's just reviews and people are just trying to stay away from that hate mail thing or anything like that. But people were talking about Cannabis being the second coming. And I was telling people, hey, Cannabis is going to zero. It's headed to zero. And they did something really good. They did a financing. And I did a whole show on it. I said, oh, this is Cannabis Great or Cannabis Zilius or Cannabis, whatever I called it, my friends. Cannabis they did a financing where they did not dilute the shares of us shareholders. I said, oh, if they can continue to do this stock's going to do well. Well, the next financing, of course, there was a horrible business decision. And then the next one, there was a horrible business decision. So the stock itself, my friends, Cannabis, it's one of those companies that's going to zero. I believe it's about 11 or 12 cents now, or whatever it is. It's unless they get some more and do some really good financing deals, Cannabis is headed to zero also, my friends. That was the fourth company. And then the fifth company we had talked about was the Wayland Group. The Wayland Group, the last resistance, it may have gotten resistance at 30, 40, 50, what have you. When I say resistance, I'm talking about my subscribers, my loyal subscribers, of which I love. And once again, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that red button there. We'd love to have you on board. Give me a hit. I haven't had 100 My friends, I haven't had 100 thumbs up yet, but we were able to get you out of Wayland early. We were able to get you out of Incest Therapeutics early, Weed Inc. early, T-God, if you're still in T-God, holding on and hoping that it goes up. Very, very good. Maybe, maybe not, my friends. I really, really have questions about that company, T-God. But I wanted to give you two more, my friends, here in a second here. But these companies, sorry, I hit something. Got you moving a little bit, my friends. Whoops. Sorry about that. Everything's kind of mobile around here. You know, you got to kind of tight. My little office is a little tight area there. But anyway, my friends, two additional companies that I want to, and these are all pretty popular companies. You know, there's companies that are, you know, we know are going to zero. They're not very popular. Guys got into it to start a marijuana company to make some money, and they made their money, and now they're getting out, or their company's going bankrupt or anything like that. But these are popular companies. One company here, and I'll save that for the second one. It went up to $16, my friends. We're not talking rude poo. You know, we're talking about companies that had a little interest at one point in time. First company I want to tell you about, controversial, man, controversial here. But this company is going, in my opinion, it's going to zero. I'm talking about Emerald Health Therapeutics. EMHTF on the over-the-counter, EMH.V on TSXV. This company right now, 26 cents USD, roughly 25 cents or so, 26, 27 cents, whatever it is, my friends. It's going to bump up and down. It's going to bump up and down. You know, they have this joint venture with Village Farms. Now, it's supposed to be 50-50. Things aren't going so well. There's been some things caught up in the court. You know, when you're going through they're not going through a divorce. They're going through some legal changes, right? But when you're caught up and you're going through these legal changes, my friends, the judge and the bill collectors don't say, we'll go ahead and, well, you don't have to pay your bills this month. You know, have you ever known anyone to go through a divorce and the judge says, well, you don't have to pay the electricity company this month to keep your lights on. Or you don't have to pay your phone bill because you're going through a divorce. Or, you know, it sounds kind of crazy, right? The bills are not stopping, my friends. Emerald Health Therapeutics owes money. If no deal is worked out, they can't pay their bills, there's going to be some issues. Now, the CEO, my friends, the CEO I've talked to personally, the CEO was part of a company that was over $7, almost $8. Well, it's now 14 cents now, and it's headed to the graveyard, the zero graveyard, my friends. So he's got a proven record of diluting shares and having companies go to zero, shall we say. Because when a company goes from $18 and it's ridden down to 14 cents, it's pretty much zero. So to me, you have a proven record of doing this. So he's done it before. Not saying he'll do it again, my friends. And I'm not, you know, because I'll see the guy again. So I'm not going to put any names out there, because I'll see him probably at a conference here in another month and a half or so. But that's not good, put it that way. And instead of going to these conferences, running off his mouth, telling people about how good his stock is, maybe he should work on his company a little bit. That's just my advice to this particular CEO, my friends. Work on your company. Very knowledgeable guy, knows his stuff, but the companies, there's a lot of those out there, and the companies, that's where we come in. And we let you know, hey, you may, you know, you and your stockbroker, you guys think twice about this company, my friends. Think twice about Emerald Health Therapeutics before you back the truck up and put your money in there just because it's 25, 28 cents or so. You know, back down on that. The next company caught a lot of flack too. I remember my friends in the industry. One of my friends, he does compound interest. We love your show, guy. But hey, I was looking at one of the comments that you sent, hey, Mickey D, it's in America, dude. It's in California. It's right in your backyard. Why aren't you talking about it? Well, I had questions then when it was $16, and I have questions now when it's 17 cents, 18 cents, 16 cents. Whatever it is, my friends, I'm talking about Suniva. Talking about SNNVF, Suniva Inc. Yeah, Cathedral City there in the desert there in California. They had it going on. 500,000 square foot glass house there. They were building, everything was on tap. They were going up. Like I said, this stock was at intraday high $16, my friends. Today, it's 17 cents. I hope and pray that you guys listen to what I was telling you. Listen to what I was telling you. This stock, when the CEO bailed and CFO and board members and everybody else bailed on this company, and it was time to go. It was just time to go. They're not going to be able to complete the project in any kind of timely manner. Things are in the court and everything. When everything gets into the court and everything, especially in California, this could ride out forever. What are they going to do? The state and the federal government going to say, well, since you're in a lawsuit since you guys are bickering, you don't have to pay your taxes. Taxes are coming up. They got a giant tax bill. Things are happening, my friends. Things are, they may have had some sort of, the lights got to be kept on. You got to pay your employees. Guys are out there working hard every day. Union guys that are get out there, sweat. It's cold. It's windy out. You guys been out to the desert out there in like the Palm Springs area, all that little area out there, in Victorville. It's really, the air blows out there and dust all in your face. These workers are working extremely hard, and they need to be paid, and the bills have to be paid, my friends. And if there's no way that Suniva can I'm not saying, don't get me wrong now, I'm not saying that's happening right now. I'm just saying the tea leaves are they were on a long time ago when we first, that's why I didn't I didn't, like I told my friends that were doing shows. I told them, no, I can't, I can't. This project is the cornerstone of their business, and the project won't be completed. So there's no way I can get behind something like that. We keep it 100 here. I can't go out and tell my subscribers that you got my loyal subscribers. I can't tell you guys that this stock at $10 or $8. Oh, it's gone from $16 and now it's $8. It's been cut in half. I can't tell you when the project is not even going to be completed. There's no sign. Well, let the courts battle it out, my friends. We don't, but it's too risky for our blood. So let the courts battle it out. Okay? With that said, my friends, I want you to have a great, great weekend. You want, get up. I have a shirt link for you. I have some book links for you, my friends. T-shirt link for you. You guys have a great weekend. It's the next weekend. We have in America the Super Bowl, and I'll be seen all over the world. They have those little prop bets. I guess I'll make my way to Vegas here to one of the strip there where they're going to have a lot of fun. Also, they'll be doing those little prop bets. And one of the, I did say, make money on sports, bet to win, Josh Brown's book. I did say I'd be plugging his book because I did all right, did all right. The kid did all right, with, just, I'm not a gambler. Don't get it twisted. I'm not into this stuff. But every now and then, you just say, hey, the office pool, you get involved. You say, wait, you get involved every now and then, you're winning, or you get involved, your friend's pool and all that kind of stuff, my friends. But real quick, my friends, those are the two, Emerald Health Therapeutics and Suniva. Both of those have a date with the zero graveyard if they don't get funding and get their act together, as those others also. Now, I'm not going to tell you when it's 2 cents or something. I'm not gonna come in here and blow my horn or anything, my friends. But you guys know I take this very, very seriously because this is your money, and all it takes is a few of those losses, and a small account can be wiped out. So it's very, very important that all of us, look at these companies. If the company is going to zero, and you can use our indicator, our number one indicator for a lot of these little small stocks, what we're using on right now on OWC Pharmaceutical Research. And yes, we are kind of waiting and we are patient because there's a possibility that we will go down and fill that gap. So we are waiting patiently, my friends. We got patience in this business is really really good, my friends. Not overnight, or things don't happen just right away. It takes patience. But what I do with my books, my friends, is I try and give you the names of the companies. And so that's what you need. You need the names. You really don't need to know what I say about these companies, and I do say some pretty good things from time to time and some pretty bad things. But part of my responsibility is not only getting you into good trades real early, but I want to get you out of trades real early. So if you're backing the truck up and you're thinking, Emerald Health Therapeutics, they went up 20% last week. But Mickey D said they're going to zero. So, just a point of information, just to get you to thinking, my friends. They don't necessarily have to go, Incest Therapeutics didn't necessarily have to go to, 5 cents or 4 cents where it is now. With the CEO, on trial. He could have been acquitted, and all the other guys could have been acquitted. Cannabis didn't have to do the financings that they did. It was a money grab. They did their thing, and while people were telling you, actually, you're not going to believe this. Believe it. Believe what I'm telling you, my friends. Cannabis, people were saying Cannabis was going to 100 when I was saying it was going to 0. So that there's a difference of people out here telling you what to do. There's a lot of good people. Don't get it twisted now. There's a lot of good people been on here for years and years. They've been doing this. A lot of guys I've been doing this with. I think I keep it 100. I keep it 100, man. I keep it 100. That's what I do with you. I keep it 100. I'm people telling you it's going to 100, and I'm telling you it's going to 0, and it's 11 cents now. My friends, if you'd have backed the truck up and you'd have thought that thing when it was 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, whatever it was, and you'd have thought it was going to 100, and it's back down to 11, and you're still holding, shame on you and shame on whoever you listen to, because we would never ever put any type of information out like that. And to prove it, my friends, I had to write about it in these little books, my friends. I had to write about it. Otherwise, people wouldn't believe me. So I had to write about it and tell you about it. And that's what I did. So for you that own any of the books, thank you very, very much. We appreciate you. The Scoop appreciates you. And the audiobooks, if you're driving to work, if you're working out or what have you, get those books. I got a limited number free. I told you I got from Amazon. They hooked me up. So I can get you some of those audiobooks, my friends. Just let me know which ones you need. Yes, gold is doing its thing. Uranium is just stable, and vanadium are just stable. But it looks like the gold run and those 10 gold stocks in the back, especially, it's worth it just getting the last gold stock on page 23. That's still in play. It's gone up, a couple 100% or so? 300, 500%? And it's still in play, my friends. But with that said, love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family, my friends. I'll leave some links for you. It's been great. Enjoy the Super Bowl. If I don't talk to you before the Super Bowl, which I will talk to you next week. Listen to my show. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified, my friends, because I'll be doing probably 2 shows. I'm going to commit to 2 shows a week, and hit that bell so you get them, because I'll have some important information for you. Just like stay away from these two stocks, my friends. In my opinion, I believe they have a date with the zero graveyard because they're going to have some difficulty paying their bills. And not only they have said that they will not be able to continue operations if such and such happens, my friends. It's not me. Take it from the company. Not from me. Take it from the company. The company's saying, hey, this is happening and we can't do, we're not going to do this. And these companies get in such bad shape. The stock is just such decimated that the buyout prospects are minimal. Your cousin Ralph wouldn't even write a check for some of these companies. They're in such bad shape. So we want to stay away from those companies because you can lose a lot of money. Once again, we're waiting for OWCP to go ahead and fill that gap. When it does, I'll let you know, or you'll have your, we'll take it from there. I am looking also at filling, I backed the truck up, my friends, on Hive blockchain because I expect sooner or later Bitcoin, Ethereum to rise up, and that's as far as I'm going with that because, like I said, I'm not a real big Bitcoin guy. I'm not a big Ethereum guy. I'm not a big guy in that area. There's other guys out there. There's a lot of guys out there, but the opportunity cannot be looked at lightly. You got to consider it. And with Hive blockchain, and with me knowing someone at the company that is that I've known for 25 years ago, it's a safe bet in my book that he won't rip us off and take the money and run. And the company will do fairly well since it has upped its production 20% a week. A couple weeks ago, that was the announcement out. So their earnings are going to look even better than they did last time, and they'll be making more money. So with Hive blockchain, I feel good, and I bought some more today. I feel good at backing the truck up at under 10 cents. Because once that gets over 10 cents, I believe that I still might get some more up to 15 cents or so, up to 12 cents. I may chase it a little bit, but I'm not going to be chasing these stocks. And what's our motto? We don't chase them, we replace them. So that's what we'll be doing, my friends. Thank you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Have a great, great weekend. The next video is coming up right now.